Hi guys, welcome back to another video and a very special video if you are a Hot Wheels collector in India, because today I'm going to show you a Silver Series set and you tell me in the comments if it is good news, bad news or whatever, because this Silver Series set came to India. First of all, I've seen very little news around it everywhere. I mean, I'm not really sure why. Maybe because the people do not like it as much, or maybe it did not come in enough quantities. I'm not really sure. And the set, I'll show it to you in a bit. And secondly, this set, it's not the perfect set like we saw earlier. I showed you the BMW or the Toyota set or the hybrid speed set, which had amazing cars. This one, it's a mixed bag, couple of nice ones, couple of not so nice ones. And the thing which I wanted to discuss, maybe we'll discuss that in the end. First, I'll show you the set which I'm talking about. And before I show you the Silver Series set, I'll show you another very cool one. This is the Cyberpunk pop culture car, 549 MRP, and this is the Quadra Turbo R V-Tech. So actually a very futuristic looking car. I find it very difficult to describe it. The rear end definitely seems something which is inspired by I don't know. I mean, overall the whole car gives me the impression that it's inspired by a Lamborghini Countach, but it's difficult to say that because, you know, styling elements from many cars seem to be here. Maybe I'll just show you this car up close and personal in the end, and you can let me know if you like it or you don't like it as much. 549 is the MRP, and this is from Cyberpunk 2077. So if you're fond of the game, maybe you'll like this one. Then I'll show you the set which I'm talking about. This is that set. This is Vintage Club. So I think it's actually an interesting set. A couple of differences which I noticed, that the sticker at the back, that is also a little different to what we've seen earlier. And even though the month of import, it says 9/2025, which is September, I think, but still the sticker price on this, it's the old one, which is $299. So maybe I'll just show it to you up close. Maybe can you see the sticker? So you can see in the sticker month of import and the pricing. And I am not really sure what went wrong with Hot Wheels, but here microscopic pictures and names of all the cars in this set. I mean, I think that's not very nice, to be honest. That's just my personal opinion, because, you know, maybe I found this on the pegs, a single car. So I would like to know which other cars are there in this set. And maybe, you know, like, see, one thing which I always believe makes the collectors different from the non-collectors or the casual collectors is that the collectors, they have all the news. They are always following all the big pages and what Hot Wheels is officially releasing, and they know that okay, this set has 5 cars, this. But I remember when I started collecting and I was not a very serious collector, then I used to go to a store and I used to see something like this and I used to be like, okay, let me just check what all is there in this set. I would see the back of the card. But now with this microscopic, I think even magnified pictures and all, it's just insane. Neither are the pictures very clear, and the text is just horrible, especially for the Volkswagen and all, which have big names. Can't see anything. Anyway, this is the first car from it. This is the mod rod. So as the name suggests, this is the Vintage Club, right? So all the cars, they have a very rustic barn find look, and that is why you have got a barn in the background of all the pictures of the cars. So this is the first one. I'll show you the details maybe a little better at the end, but all of them have that rusted, worn off look. Then I'll show you another fantasy in this, and that is why I said that this is not the perfect set, because this one, it's called So Fast. So both of them, they have a very similar kind of look, rat rods or however you want to call it. So these two are there. And the interesting thing which I was going to tell you about is, I'm not really sure if the quantity was enough in India or not, but if I go somewhere, I am not seeing this set anywhere. Usually what used to happen is that when these kind of sets came, then everyone will go after the good cars and these will be left as peg warmers. But I think not enough sets came to even leave these behind as peg warmers. That's just what I have observed. If things are different in your city, if your city got more stock of these, let me know in the comments, please. Then I'll come on to the next one. This one should be a little more interesting for you guys, because this is the Volkswagen Beetle. So it's the classic bug Volkswagen. Then after that, a very nice one. This is the Ford Mustang. The Ford Mustang 2+2 Fastback. This is in yellow color, the Beetle. This is in green color. And finally, the last car from this. Now this one, of course, I think we've seen so many Porsches this year. So this is yet another Porsche, to be honest. This is the 71 Porsche 911. very nice. I really like the blue color of this. So maybe we'll start off with this. I'll show you the detailing. You see 500 text on the side. Very nice wheels. I really like the wheels matching the decals color. That is quite cool. Obviously it's a rat rod kind of fantasy casting, so not too many details up here on the front, and neither are there too many on the back. Base looks quite nice actually, and I think this is a metal base. I'm not too sure about it. Maybe at the end we can measure the weight of all of these and then it will be easier for us to understand. This is the second one. Now this is the mod rod, again very similar. The color in this, it's a little darker. It's the dark gray black kind of color. You check out the protruding engine, that's quite nice. Front details also quite good. Top details are there. Not too many at the back, but the belts, the leather belts kind of thing, that is actually quite cool. And then here we've got a very muddy brown base. It's a plastic base from what I can figure it out. We'll measure the weight and check it out later. Then we come on here, the classic Beetle, the classic Bug. This is quite cool. I really like the green color, British racing green kind of, with lots of wearing out, the worn out look, rusting, the brown color signifying the rust. I'll see if I get a spare set. I will probably open this because I think it's very cool. For the price, you're getting very interesting cars. I mean, maybe for the people who go after hype, this might not be the perfect set, but people who like cars, who appreciate cars, unique cars, interesting cars, who have been collecting Hot Wheels since a long time, this might feel a little nostalgic, that something interesting by Hot Wheels. So yeah, I personally loved it. Rear details also very, very nice, and this one seems to have a metal base. We'll check it out later. Then of course we've got this, the Mustang 2+2 fastback 65 Mustang. So obviously the Beetle and the Mustang, these are all cars which are very good and it actually makes sense as barn finds, right? This just looks at home in front of the barn, because we've actually seen a lot of these turn up over the years. So I think in this they have tried a little too hard. I really do not like the dotted kind of decal which they have given on the door. So in this, the worn out look, it's my least favorite, to be honest. I'm not a big fan of it, but it's okay. The rear and all, it's a lot better. The rear details are just perfect. Even the front details are quite nice. I just feel that the sides could have been a little better. The wheels are nice, of course, and the base is black, which means probably it's plastic. Last car, and also a famous one. I mean, in this actually, I think it will be a three-way tie between the Mustang, the Porsche and the Beetle, because all these cars, they have their fandom. So I mean, as I showed you when I was making the store tour videos, that there are some places where people actually buy a Miata for more money than a Mercedes, because in that car culture, Miata has more significance. So similarly, there are places where the Mustang and the Beetle have more significance. I think this is a great one. The 71 Porsche 911. The card art in this also quite sweet. Side look, I think is quite perfect. The worn out look. Wheels also, I think they look quite nice for Silver Series standards, because these are not premium wheels, rubber tires, real riders, and also for that it's quite okay. Rear detailing is not too much there, but I have generally seen this to be the case with most of the Porsches, so not an exception, that's all I can say. And this is the front look. Front look also, I think the grayish headlamps, they are just getting washed out a little, because you know, the car is already very grayish blue kind of. The silverish blue is the exact color name, very metallic shade of blue. So because of that metallic shade, the gray color is just not popping, especially through the blister. But even without it, detailing could have been a little better, but the paint is really nice. The worn out look and all, I think it's much better than the Mustang, especially on the side. And this is the black base. This part which I was showing you, I mean, you tell me guys, this is such a magnified picture, you know, because see, right now you can see, literally I put my thumb on it, not even my thumb, my finger, and it's just gone, it disappears. What is the point of giving all these random texts and sticker and all? And I mean, it's okay, I understand the need for these, but please, like, you should have space to at least show the cars. Even the licensor information and all is going to be a blind guess. You can see Volkswagen, Porsche, maybe Ford. Yeah, I think it's Ford. Then it's Goodyear. Like, it's very, very poor, to be honest. Not at all something which I liked. sorry if my opinions are a little too strong about it. And similar kind of small sticker, Indian sticker, carrying forward for the pop culture also, the Cyberpunk. This was also imported in 9/2025, so this is like September. So I think these are pretty much the latest ones which have come, apart from the mainlines and all, which I've already shown you. And you can check out my Instagram. I keep posting all the latest mainlines there. I have tried to make a post on YouTube also. Price, although you can see, still the old price. Finally, what we'll do is we'll quickly take the weight of all of them. So I think we'll start off with this, the mod rod. Mod rod is 41.6, which is actually quite insane for a fantasy casting, and it's not even a proper car. It's kind of a hot rod. So yeah, for that. And then we'll check out this one. I showed you it has a silverish base. So let's see if this one is heavier so fast. Yeah, I think it's a little heavier, maybe 7-8 grams. So it's very difficult to say that it is because of the metal base or what, but I think yes, because the weight difference is substantial, like almost 7-8 grams. So yeah, it would make sense, right? Anyway, these two out of the way, then we come on here. Maybe I'll show you the Porsche. Porsche is 42.6, so very close to the mod rod, which is very clear that this has got a plastic base. Then we come on to the Mustang. This does feel heavy in hand, even though the base looks black, so it should be interesting. As I said, it does feel heavy, and the weight signifies the heaviness. 50.6 is actually quite good. I think if this had a metal base, it should easily cross 60. And then here we have got the Beetle with the metal base. So yeah, because the Beetle is a small car, because of the metal base, it is actually heavier than the Mustang, which should give you a lot of clarity on which car has what kind of a base and what is the material used. And finally, this one, obviously it's a metal on metal. It's very clearly stated here with real riders, so rubber tires, metal body, metal chassis. This one obviously very heavy, 68.6. So as I said, it's a very big casting. It's a full casting, wide body car. So and I'm really impressed with the details. As I said, I'll show this to you guys later, so you check it out. The base is so awesome. The golden bronze kind of base, beautiful with the exhaust detailing. And then you check it out from the side, very nice. Even the top angle, it's quite good. Then front details are also quite nice for a regular fantasy car kind of. I mean, I call it a fantasy car because it is kind of a fantasy car, right? I mean, it's a car out of a game. It's not really a Lamborghini or a Mercedes or Maserati or something. Then over here we've got the rear details. So actually the detailing is quite nice, no matter what kind of car it is, a real one or a fantasy. And this is it, guys. I mean, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really wanted to do this, show you guys the new ones. What do you think about the vintage club set? So which car among these is your favorite, and have you laid your hands on this? Have you been able to find it, or no, you have not really been able to find it? Please let me know all of that in the comments. Thanks for watching.